So, I want to give you a little bit of a background about myself and how these performance-based communication skills came to be. Because I think that will shed some light for you as to how you might implement this in your daily communication or in your organization. I'll take you all the way back to when I was going off to college, 20-something years ago. On my way to college, my mom says, "What are you going to major in?" And I said, "I'm going to be an actor." She said, "No, you're not. What are you going to do with a theater degree if you don't make it?" And I said, "It doesn't matter. I'm going to play pro football." Guess who did not play pro football? Me. So I ended up getting a business degree, double major with communication. And it set me off on the right track. For the next 15 years, I worked my way through the corporate environment, usually in executive level sales or marketing positions. From Bear Stearns on Wall Street, back when there was a Bear Stearns on Wall Street, to the Silicon Valley, with a lot of high-tech and software startup companies, as well as Fortune 500 software companies. And in that experience, I was very much on the same side of the fence as everyone in this room. You see, I had gone through all of these other communication skills trainings, and presentation skills, and leadership, and sales training, and they were all pretty good to a certain extent. You see, my people, my engineers, my salespeople, my consultants, they generally knew what they wanted to say. They were prepared. They were certainly intelligent, but too many times when they delivered their message, their voice and body language told a different story. And consequently, the audience did not react the way they hoped, which meant they might have lost that $1 million deal, or not retained an unsatisfied customer, or didn't get that promotion or raise. It wasn't because of the words so much as it was that their delivery told a different story. Okay? Now, on the flip side, in addition to my corporate background, I've also been acting professionally since 1988. I've been on stage and in front of the camera over 500 times. I've worked with Jack Nicholson, Bruce Willis, Mel Gibson. Anyone hear of those guys? Yeah? They get those movies out here? Of course, right? Haven't worked with Amitabh yet. One day. Now, the reason I give you my background is because it's really the convergence of those two paths that led to Pinnacle in this award-winning methodology. You see, I was in an acting class about 8.5 years ago when it hit me that everything I do on stage, the process I go through to make sure my audience reacts the way I want, it has the same impact when I'm not acting. So why wouldn't that hold true for my engineers and my salespeople and my managers? You see, all those other communication skill companies, when it came to teaching delivery, they were very theory-based. You know, I would have an engineer who was shy, a total introvert, and I would tell them, you know, we need to get this guy out of his shell. And when it came to communication, they would say, well, when you deliver this message, you need to be more engaging. And I would say, I know, make him more engaging. Yet they were all theory-based in that essence. So what performance-based communication has allowed us to do is to put that in practice so that your excitement will be different than your excitement, which will be different than your excitement, but you're bringing it up to an intention that is clear to your audience. You're making sure that the words, the passion, the purpose is clear so your audience knows what to do with your words. Well, now Pinnacle, we launched 7 years ago. We've got offices all over the world, including Bangalore. The UK, we're putting up offices in Dubai and Singapore. We've trained tens of thousands of people at a Fortune 500 who's who list of clients. We've been in India for 7 years. Some of you we've worked with, I've seen your faces before. Companies like Capgemini, where we've trained over 2,000 people on this technique in India alone. Virtusa, Infosys, Barclays, HSBC. We've all done some work, Fiserv. So, the bottom line is what we have is a pretty revolutionary thing. It's different than everything else out there. And that's why last year we won the World Human Resources Development Congress Award for Innovation in Learning and Talent Management.